Good morning to the first of 101 Swing Finisher series. Today's series is going to be using a timer. We're going to be swinging every minute on the minute, 10 two-handed swings. So you'll need a timer and one kettlebell for this one. You can set your timer in a couple of ways. I'm using an interval timer. It'll be set to 15 seconds on, 45 seconds off. You could have also an interval timer that would be set for 1 minute without any rest for 10 rounds, or you could just have a simple clock, and wherever you are when you start, you just make sure that the top of the next minute, you start your new set. Let's get to it. We're doing two-handed swings, 10 swings every minute, 10 minutes. I'll start in the front. So we set up on 5, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Halfway there. 3, 2, 1, rest.
1 down, 9 to go. So because I don't want to rush my setup, the setup is the most important thing. If you have a sloppy setup, your first couple of swings will feel ratty. You don't want that. I always make an effort to look at the clock and to get into my setup with 5 seconds to go. So I'm nice and crisp and a bit disciplined to start on the minute. Ten seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Halfway there. 3, 2,
And
1, rest.
all right, 2 series facing the front. I'll do 2 series facing this way. Shift my clock. This is a free app, although I did pay for the extra version so that I could have a couple of workouts or a series set up already. But I like the fact that it changes colors from work to rest when you do it 15 on, 45 off. Just easier for me visually. Don't have to look for the small number of the clock. 3, 2, 1, hike.
Halfway there. 3, 2, 1, rest.
Two-handed swings on the minute reminds me a lot of some of my earlier students who were runners, and they always wondered, what do you do for cardio? This is just so, I run a lot. And so doing their first set, it sort of triggered that, oh, this is what we do for cardio.
2, 1, go. Halfway there. 3, 2, 1, rest.
It's fun to kind of go down memory lane because now I have a visual of both Kelly and Caroline when you came to my garden in the other part of Dubai. I remember those mornings. We had so much fun. So this one's for you. Oh, that's 2 in that direction. Let's go here. All right, 10 seconds. And 5.
3, 2,
The first 30-ish of these finishers, maybe 33, I don't remember, are considered kind of easy, more because they're not technically that challenging, other than maybe some mental math to count your reps, which adds a whole different type of challenge rather than your posterior chain. But you can easily make them more challenging with a heavier weight. That's absolutely an option. You can double them up, do 2 finishers in a row. That'll increase the difficulty.
3, 2, 1, go. Halfway there. 3, 2, 1, rest.
If you're not a purist, you can add a rep or 2. You could maybe try to add a rep or 2 in the same amount of time, so go a little bit quicker. Don't necessarily shortchange your float, but do a quicker hip turnaround so that your drive is faster. Oh, there's 2 in that direction. Let's go 45 then. It's the only way I can keep track. It's changing my direction. That way I only have to count to 2.
3, 2, 1, go. Halfway there. 3, 2, 1, rest.
So your job, if you're doing this with me, is to make sure that you're shaking off the excess tension between sets, because you really do want those first reps. You want those next sets to be as good as the ones that came before it. We're always looking to make it at least as good, if not better. 10 seconds.
3, 2, 1, go. Halfway there. 3, 2, 1, rest.
Okay, 2 more. And hopefully, going around the world this way, you get to see different angles of my swing. I'm not saying it's perfect. This is my swing, the swing that is honed for my body, my segment lengths, my power in my glutes, my core, my arm, my physique quirkiness. This is my swing. Your swing might look different, but it's still hard style.
3, 2, 1, go. Halfway there. 3, 2, 1, rest.
Somebody with wider shoulders might actually find 2-handed swings slightly uncomfortable, because as they come back through, they're going to be compressing their tissues here. So it's almost like a button that puts brakes on. So swinging with 2 equivalent weight kettlebells, so this would be 2 8s, can be a lot easier, and it can be easier on the hands. So it's a great way to play around. Somebody with meatier inner thighs may need to have slightly wider stance. All different. But we're still looking at loading the hinge, firing the power. Last set.
2, 1, go.
Last set, best set.
Halfway there. 3, 2, 1, workout complete.
There we go, 100 swings. 9.5 minutes. Hope you join me again next time.